what is going on, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Velocitron Scourge, or Nemesis Prime. I technically have reviewed this guy in the past. It's now a gone review, sadly, but God, do I love this figure. And you know how the other day I was like, I couldn't think of a Halloween one, so let me review Goku Black. I then realized, you know what, Nemesis Prime would have worked pretty good, honestly. He would have been a pretty good Halloween review. Makeup Halloween review. We have this guy who is a repaint of the Laser Optimus Prime from Legacy Evolution, and United, because that thing got a re-release in like every line. I don't think it was Legacy, was it? No, it was, wasn't it? This thing has so many versions. It's a very good mold. I'm not going to lie to you. I do love this mold, but good God, did they release it 90 times. This one, basic one, and Toxitron himself. And two of those are Walmart exclusive repaints, which this being one of them, and this one being very nice. I'm going to get rid of his sword here for a moment. Get out of the hand, sword, come on. There we go. There we have him, and he's just standing there, and he is blatantly Optimus Prime, but black and teal and pink, and nothing will ever sway me from this color scheme. It is one of the best color schemes a Transformer has ever had. And that's not even close. This thing just looks great. Turning it around. There's not really any kibble other than the typical backpack. He's dusty as all hell. He's a black figure. Usually the black ones always catch the dust badly. And this guy's no exception to that rule, even though he's not that old. We only got him in, like, March, I think. And, I mean, he does look quite nice, if I'm being honest. Like, everything about him is good. The paint. He has the upside-down Autobot badge from G2, which is kind of interesting, but I'll take that. Looks good. Nothing really wrong with him, you know. He does have a couple of accessories, one of which being his Matrix of Leadership. The only way to, like, get his out, though, is to come in, like, through the back here and, like, lift it up and then, like, kind of, like, press it out. That's how I do it anyway. Let's put it back in. There we go. Ta-da! It is different from the typical one. It's a little bit flatter. It's pink. It's there. I like it. Ta-da! In there. He does have these little flip-up launcher thingies for whatever reason. Just to have them. And he has the sword here, which looks very good. It's big. It can split into two. That felt like it was going to crack. There is a stress mark on it already. But, yeah, that's just plastic for you from Legacy. Yeah, this little axe thing, this sword, which is perfect. Again, they do peg together like so. And they do come apart. And he can hold both at the same time. Don't worry. Yes, he has hand ports and stuff going. So there's your weird rounded axe. And your kind of tiny sword, if I'm being honest. Like, it feels like it's a Lux-sized sword. But he's a Voyager-sized figure, so it's just kind of strange, you know? Like, it just doesn't work out. Combined together, that feels right, though. The size of this one is very right. Very large pink sword. Obviously, that's not it, though, because it's an Optimus Prime. Yay, trailer. This one's way better than the Earthrise one, though. 10 times. And technically, it has an accessory that this guy can utilize, which be this kind of turret here, which, to get that out, just open that up and swivel that off. We'll talk about that in a second here. Obviously, we'll show the more in the alt form. But you have the little double-barreled gun, if you'd like. It's there. It's something you can do. You could put it on parts of him, particularly the underarm, which kind of works, honestly. I kind of like that as a little gun to have him have like a little underarm cannon going on there. Pretty nice, honestly. Look at that. Da-da-da-da. Very cool. Very awesome. And his trailer, as you've seen, is absolutely obliterated. Because we're going to talk about the base mode before we even get into articulation and stuff. Because why not? This thing has a base mode. It's very intriguing. It works by folding it all out and then folding this bit around up here. There's a little arm you can fold out. Pull that down, give it a turret, rotate it around, and you have this little base form, which, yeah, I actually kind of like it. It's not anything major, of course. It just has this little tower in the middle, and said little tower has enough room for a little, like, Micromaster guy there. There's a little arm. It's very cool. And this is the cool thing. You can store the accessories quite easily in here. There is actually spots for them to go. Down here, as you can see, there's like this kind of like plus area. And that is for the axe part to go. And then over here, there's like these two little slots. It's on both sides, of course. It's not just like a one-side exclusive thing. But you could store both of his weapons pretty easily for the alternate form in there. I might do that because his weapons do take up a lot of space on the shelf. I'm not going to lie to you. They're just absolutely massive. And then to transform this back, pretty simple stuff, if I'm being honest. Just like that. That little arm being the trailer hitch is kind of cool, I will say. And there you go. There's that. And there's a little door on the bottom if you'd like. Just want the little stand-up thingy. But there you go. That's the trailer. And there we have him for articulation. We have a ball joint in the head. Now, here's where it gets weird. Arms, forward, back. As you can see, little tiny micro arms in there. These are not real shoulders. They're faux. There's parts. Elbow, rotation, ball jointed wrists, which he needs because he is a sword wielder. Forward and back, outward, backward, out again, knee, swivel, and an ankle tilt. Now, this guy is a slight reuse, I forgot to mention, of the Earthrise Kingdom Optimus mold, mostly in the legs, the crotch mostly. That's the main area of reuse. But yeah, that is basically the robot mode. So let's get into that transformation, which is pretty easy, if I'm being honest. Nothing spectacularly difficult. Take his hands, fold them up, fold those in like so. Ta-da! Ta-da! Once you've done that, come to the back here, you can do that. Flip in these parts, which I kind of forgot to mention, like little jetpack boosters, which is cool. Anyway, fold his head back into there like so, which will then give you the ability to move the shoulder pads up to where the head was, and they will do that. I think I'm doing this out of order again. I am 100%. Take the chest piece here, and that's going to unlock the whole middle section, which is going to break into an absolute horror show. Take that, fold it down, take these, fold them out, and then fold it around again. Take the legs, fold them back, and now you can take that front section and do that. And then you can take these side panels here, and they just fold down and tab into the side. Take these little thingies there. I still don't know what those are called. Flip the toes up. Now we have the arms, which are kind of fun. So basically take these, also saying fun is not true. It's actually kind of weird. It doesn't feel like it wants to go sometimes. Anyway, do that. Rotate the arms around, they then peg in. Fold down the cab, which will then peg in to the shoulder pads. Make sure these little canisters are folded out. Make sure it's all lined up. And there we have Nemesis or Scourge's alt form, which, yeah, this looks really nice, actually. It's just a black truck, and it's just a nice-looking truck mode, if I'm being honest with you. There's not really much to say on it. I like it a lot, actually. It's a lot more similar to the movie Optimus, as we know. With this one, I know it's the G2 Optimus, but that's the type of thing it is. And I do like it a lot. It looks really nice. Looks really cool. You can, of course, take the trailer and it pegs into the back to give you the complete Optimus Prime, which, yes, you can't really see until I pull back a little bit. There we are. But anyway, you do get this nice little truck mode, which, again, just very good. Nothing really wrong with it. Trailer, well painted, very nice silver. The black, everything there, it just looks great. Everything about this mode, to me, is really, really solid. There's not really anything missing. And I mean, the truck itself just has this kind of light blue tampos on it. That's really it. And I mean, that's basically it for the truck mode. And that's basically it for him. So let's just get to my final thoughts, which are, he is a very nice figure. I actually forgot to fold out the panels again. This is like the most easily missed step in the history of Transformers, is these little panels folding out. They do it, but I will forget about it every time. They do it, just to note it, because I did forget to do it. But yeah, they're very unimportant. But this guy is just weird, because I actually really do love this mold, but I don't, like, I wasn't interested in the Laser Optimus in the slightest. And I do mean, like, I had no interest in that thing until they announced that this was becoming a version of it. And I was like, oh, they're making a Nemesis or Scourge version. I was like, I'm in for that one, because it's cool, and I always liked that color scheme and design. So I was like, you know what, I'll get that one. And sure enough, I eventually did, after not being able to get it for so long. I am stupid, by the way. This is a very weird order of operations that you have to do. Because you gotta fold out the arms first, and then fold up these side panels, because they will get blocked in otherwise. There we go. But it's a very strange thing, because I just never got him. I'm not going to say shelf warming, but he was at my local Walmart for a while. I could have picked him up. I kind of just didn't, because I didn't have the money. I got the money for him. Hasbro Pulse had him on sale, and I was like, you know, I kind of want him. And so I went in on it, and I was like, I'm not going to regret this, I hope. And I did not. I really do like this thing. This is probably one of my favorite figures I got this year, easily. I love this figure. There's not a lot wrong with him, in my opinion. The main thing is the arms are a little stumpy. That's the one thing. But otherwise, the paint scheme, beautiful. Robot mode looks great. Truck mode, actually really good. Transformation, really fun. And the trailer's not even a letdown. That's the weird part. Sometimes the trailer ends up being a real, like, oh, it's hunk of plastic. This thing actually does stuff. It's not like the typical Optimus trailer where it just is a box and can open. Yes, this one does open and is a box, but at the same time, at least it has the battle station form, at least. And it actually has the ability to store his accessories in there. That's the other thing. There's a lot about this guy that's really good. And I mean, if you can pick up a version of this mold, it's really not hard. There's like 50. Plus the new re-release of the initial version is out there again. So, pretty good figure. Recommend having it in your collection at whatever version you want. Toxitron, this one, even the Laser Prime, it just doesn't matter. Just a version of this mold would be good. That's really all for this review. This has been a review of Legacy Velocitron Speedia 500 Scourge. It's been Elite signing out.